The men who come to our house have errands, every one. They're fixing things or selling things, delivering things or telling things. The men who come to our house have things that must be, work that must be, jobs that must be done.
Early in the morning, a small truck comes down our street. It stops and goes and stops and goes, and at last it comes to our house. The driver loads the wire basket with bottles from the truck. Then he comes up the walk to our back door, but he doesn't knock because everyone in the house is fast asleep. Everyone but us. Early, early in the morning, Mr. Milkman's on his way. Clitter, clatter, go the bottles. Listen close to what they say. Milk, 3 big bottles, and cream, 1 little bottle, some butter. Yes, thank you, 1 pound. Clitter, clatter, go the bottles, clink, clank, any milk today. Now everyone is awake, but no one is washed or even brushed his teeth because the water isn't running. There's something wrong with the water pipes. We must call for the plumber. The plumber has a hammer to bang, bang, bang. The plumber has a monkey wrench to twist and screw. And he pinches with his pliers and he wiggles with his wires. And he fixes up the water pipes as good as new. Now we can wash and brush our teeth and sit down to breakfast. But who's that coming down the front walk wearing a blue-gray uniform with shiny buttons? On his back, he has a brown leather bag. Yes, it's the postman. The postman's always jolly. I think he likes to walk and walk and walk and walk all day. I know that I'd be tired if I should have to walk and walk and walk and walk that way. Up the block, across the street, down the next street too. He drops the letters in each box and then he starts to walk and walk and walk and walk some more. When he gets home to bed at night, I'm sure his feet are very, very sore. Oh. Come on, let's get the mail. Here's a letter for Daddy, and 2 letters for Mommy, and here's 1 little white envelope addressed to you. Quick, open it. Why, it's an invitation to a birthday party. I'm having a birthday party next Tuesday at 2:30 with a birthday cake and ice cream, and I'm inviting you. Aren't you glad? Huh? Aren't you? Hooray, a birthday party. But will you be able to go? You've had the sniffles since yesterday, and you may be getting sick. I wonder. Here's the man who can tell us. It's the doctor. He opens his black bag. He looks down your throat. He looks in your ears and nose. Then he says, you'll get rid of the sniffles. Here's the way. Get lots of sleep and rest. And when you go out to play, keep dry and warmly dressed. Isn't that wonderful? You can go to the birthday party after all, for of course you'll do what the doctor says. Now there's someone knocking at the kitchen door. A tap and a rap at the kitchen door. Here's the man from the grocery store, bringing bags and boxes and boxes and cans and bottles and bottles and sacks and bottles and cans and boxes and bags. From his shoulder the carton comes down with a plop. He unloads his load on the tabletop. Here's bags and boxes and cans and bottles and sacks and bottles and cans and boxes and bags. Then Mother puts all the groceries away, and we have enough food till next shopping day. In those Bags and boxes and boxes and cans and bottles and bottles and sacks and bottles and cans and boxes and bags. Other men come to our house, too. Not every day, but now and then. Sometimes it's the laundryman bringing back the clean shirts and sheets and towels and napkins. Sometimes it's the driver of the big express truck bringing a heavy package. And sometimes, old clothes, any old rags or newspapers, any old clothes or shoes. I pay for the things you don't want anymore, that somebody else can use. Any old rag. Yes, many men come to our house. And the men who come to our house have errands, every one. They're fixing things or selling things, delivering things or telling things. But look, coming up the walk now is another man. He sees you at the window and smiles and waves. You wave back and run to the door, and just as you open it from your side, he opens it from his. Of the men who come to our house, he's our favorite one. Through the gate and down the walk, through the door and then we talk. It's Daddy coming home again when his day's work is done. Of the men who come to our house, he's our favorite one.